back to ginfun@winemastery.co. My name is John Lightfoot. This is
John Murphy.
And this is
Ray Woolhead.
Yay!
Hi, Ray.
So, if you've looked at the previous parts of this episode, we've tasted neat gin, we've tasted it with different tonic, we've tasted it with Garnish, and the last Garnish I couldn't actually detect. Everyone else could, but I couldn't actually detect the difference. So I asked Ray if he could come up with something that maybe would detract from the gin, just to see how garnishes can affect the gin. So he suggested we're going to go with lemon, which will probably mean that they're going to hate it and I'm going to love it. We're going to see. So over to you, Gin.
Let's see where we go. And now, again, it's all up to personal preference. It's very, very hard to decide what the perfect serve is. But in testing and tasting, this isn't my preferred. You can just give it 30 seconds to infuse.
But it is, I mean, gin and tonic with a slice of lemon is classic, isn't it? It's classic. I mean, recently it's with lime, but everyone, not everyone, but a lot of people will just chunk in I know I used to, straight away, without thinking about it. Yeah.
Straight away, that has changed. That's overpowered it completely for me.
No, and that is different. That is different. I can smell lemon. I'm pleased I can smell something different.
That's the only can.
It's not horrible. Not by a long shot. What are you doing?
I was just going to give it a little stir around.
All right.
Underneath the just that's all. Don't worry, Ray. Don't worry. I'm just going to give it a bit of that.
I can't tell the difference.
Come on, we're at Devine.
So I just squeeze the middle bit and just see get some juice out. Can you not tell the difference? Can you tell the difference?
I can tell the difference straight away. Yeah.
I can smell the difference on the nose.
Too much lemon.
What I'd say is,
it's overpowered it for me.
It's not horrific.
No.
It's not. It's
not
changing,
horrible, but a long shot, no. And that will be to a lot of people's taste.
Yeah. But that is because that lemon flavour comes through a lot, and that I think a lot of people when they are drinking a gin and tonic, probably maybe not so much. Yeah, you would have that will be a flavour that goes together with the gin.
Yeah.
And if you think back to the early episodes when I was talking about how we're trying to develop the gin, one of the flavours I didn't want was that really big hit of citrus.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and that's giving it that big hit of citrus.
I get this hit of citrus on the nose. I don't get it on my palate.
I get it, but for me, it's not. It doesn't detract as such. Whereas the grapefruit really brought everything out.
Yeah.
That doesn't detract. It just makes it just.
The garnish is there to add something.
Yeah.
It's not there to take away. It's got to add something to it to take it to a different level. You know, you're adding another botanical here.
Yeah, and it is to a certain extent hiding the subtleties which we had at the beginning. That gin could almost be any gin now.
You think?
That's a good way of putting it. Yeah.
Is it?
To me, you lose a lot of divineness with that. But like we said very early on, it's very up to personal preference. Very much.
As I'm drinking now, I'm be
very honest with it. You know,
absolutely.
I could really. You know, you could sit here and say it's fantastic with anything you put it with, but you know, you have to be right with it.
Absolutely, I think you're absolutely right. It is down to the individual and their palate. And for me, I am now getting I don't know if it's because the lemon's been in it for longer, but I am now getting the sort of the lemon.
Yeah.
I don't think it in terms of it is different. From people, it's still a very refreshing drink. Actually more refreshing.
It is very. Actually, you're right. Yeah. It does bring a very refreshing element out of it. Definitely, really does. Yeah.
It's not a bad thing, and it's not a bad drink for a minute, but it just kind of takes away from the style of Devine.
Yeah, absolutely. I go back to what I was saying about. Your D's not at the front.
Shine a light.
Oh. Well. Powder my donut with sugar.
So anyway, I can understand that deliciousness because it still does have. If you were to offer that to anybody, they would drink that and they'd be like, yeah, that's nice. That is a nice drink. That is a nice, refreshing, albeit citrus, drink. But it does just take away the class.
So can you taste the difference between the pink grapefruit and the lemon?
I can, thank goodness. Yeah,
at least we're getting somewhere then, aren't we?
I was beginning to wonder about my taste buds being dead. Yes.
No.
No. I think it is a case in point. I mean, obviously there are people like me that palates are not quite as well defined as you guys, and actually therefore can't appreciate. But what I do say is that, coming back to our previous point in, I think, part 2, is that if you actually want to try the distiller's care and attention to detail, is taste it neat.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah. But you know, you can drink neat gin all night.
Yeah.
It can be a very short night.
Very.
But you know, you taste it initially. You see what you taste. Then you pick your flavour. You pick your garnish. You pick your tonic there, and then you've got your drink for the evening there.
And it's also, isn't it also, as we said, it's down to sort of the mood, and you know, if you're sitting by a roaring fire, a neat gin would be really nice. If you're standing in sort of a garden party, then something refreshing and with tonic would be.
Is that a lot different for you, John?
Yeah, definitely. That's it.
But you prefer,
it's hidden. It's hidden.
You prefer the grapefruit.
I did. I thought the grapefruit brought something to it, whereas the lemon's taken it away. The lemon's hidden a lot of the actual the subtleties and the stylishness of Devine, whereas the grapefruit brought a lot more out of it. You could the Devine was behind it, and the grapefruit just kind of was flower on the top of it.
Yeah, I'm getting that now. I'm getting that as I'm now getting the sort of it's like a more inverted commas normal gin and tonic rather than a Devine.
Yes, that's what we strive for. We strive to try and make our gin stand above the rest.
Yeah, of course.
In a very, very crowded market with hundreds of gins, you've got to look for something that's commercially available, pink grapefruit or lemons that can really, really bring the flavour out. What you want.
No, that was
a good call. Good call.
Absolutely good call. Yeah.
It's not horrible by a long shot.
No.
I've said if this is the only garnish someone had, you still have a fantastic gin and tonic.
Well, I'd leave that out. But if that was the only garnish I had, I wouldn't bother. I'd still just had the gin and tonic.
But would you, if you were looking for a refreshing drink?
I still left the lemon out and just stuck with it.
Yeah. You are hardcore, aren't you?
He is.
Well, the drinking or the
hard drinking.
Yeah, but because again, it masks flavours that I don't want to be masked from aging.
No. That's one of the things that when we do a lot of gin tastings, and it's very interesting. We do, when you go to gin tastings, you do gin festivals. We're trying to get people to taste neat gin.
Yeah.
Humorous. Most of us have spent 3 to 4 years developing our flavours.
Yeah.
Give us 30 seconds of your time to let you taste it, so we can talk you through the flavour profiles of it. What you do when you take a bottle away, or what garnish right is your business.
Yeah, absolutely.
But if you allow us to talk through the flavours, the sweetness, the peppers, the spices, I say humorous, but you will get more out of gin if you listen to what the distiller has to say to you.
Of course, they're experienced. They've spent a lot more time tasting it rather than just drinking it.
When it comes out the still at various different stages through the distillation process, it's coming out between sort of 80 and 75%. So and we're tasting it all the time, seeing what the flavour tastes like all the time. So we have got experience of what the flavour tastes like.
Of course, yeah. Many people are, and myself included. I'm sure we just drink it rather than necessarily always taste it. And I think that, but when you're creating it, you're very much just focused on the taste and the taste.
Passion and the slight nuances in there, and it's a bit like you said that the whole you've created this baby. It's your baby.
That's what it started off as, and as you guys well know, you saw where we came from, you saw where we've taken it. We've always stayed, close to our roots out. We've got we are craft. We've got a big vision about where we want to go, but we always want to be, stay true to what we came from. And there's been lots of sort of developments over the last 2 years with various different things. With bottles and with plant and stuff like that. We've always wanted to keep the same flavour and keep the same focus all the time.
And there are a lot of massive, I say massive little things which to you and I would mean nothing, but to Raider it's quite a huge thing, every aspect of the creating of that. But it's done very well, Ray.
Very well. Very well.
Thank you. Can only do better.
Well, chin to that.
Chin, gentlemen.
Chin.
Chin.
Chin.